Hi everybody, Jennie Potter here, and I am just sharing with you today my tangible DMO, getting organized with your connections, your lists, and what's happening in your business and your organization. And so to start with, I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to need a binder and 6 tabs, and this is going to really help you create a tangible daily mode of operation. Now, I don't know if you know what I mean by that, but sometimes in this business, in the business of network marketing, we can get kind of caught up in the stuff that doesn't make money, in the stuff that isn't growing our business, isn't growing our team, isn't getting more people in front of the opportunity. And so I wanted to share with you something that I learned from my coach and mentor, Kaylee Fisher. She has just been incredible and instrumental in helping me get organized with my contacts. Now, I have kind of made this my own. I've added a couple tabs and tweaked a few things and added a timer. So I'll explain in a minute, but I just wanted to share with you that if you do these steps, of course, make it your own. So you're going to work with it on your own level and in your own timing. But I would say that there's some core steps here that you won't want to skip, and that is going to help you get organized with your daily mode of operation. And if you have a consistent daily mode of operation, which includes action, you will absolutely grow your business. There's no way around it. So without further ado, let's talk about getting organized and increasing your productivity and doing it in a tangible way. So the binder, the first thing you're going to need now, I love pen and paper. I have some colleagues that are doing this system already on Trello. You can Google that. I think it's Trello. They're using Trello to do this same thing. But I love pen and paper, so I'm going to focus on pen and paper. If you like systems, but you'd rather use the computer or your phone, there are lots of options out there, and you can do some version of this. But I'm going to keep it simple, guys. I want you to have 6 tabs in a binder, and I want your labels are going to be master list, active list, drip list, ghost list, customer list, and ambassador list, or referral partner, or whatever your company calls your business builders. But essentially, you're going to want to have these 6 tabs, which are going to help you be organized in your connections with people, in your relationship building with people, and eventually with moving people from your master list all the way to your customer and ambassador list. So without further ado, let's talk a little bit about what's happening with these lists. So first off and foremost, your master list, this is where you're going to want to brain dump. This is where you're going to want to just sit down and commit 30 minutes. And I would actually set a timer and just commit 30 minutes to literally listing as many people as you can. Now, we know, all of us know hundreds of people, whether you think you do or you don't. And I don't want you to pre-qualify people. Like, don't be thinking, well, they'll never sign up or they wouldn't be interested. Just write out names. Your salon that you go to, your chiropractor, your friends on Facebook, friends in your phone, friends in your address book, high school friends. Just write everybody's names down on this list. Do not worry about whether or not you're going to approach them. Do not worry about whether or not you are going to sign them up. Just write the names down. And this is really important because we don't know who is looking for an opportunity. We don't know whose life is waiting to be changed, whether that's from a health perspective or a wealth perspective. We don't know what people want and what people need. So I just want you to literally make a game of it if you have to. Set the timer and write down as many names as you can think of. That's your only thing. I would leave 3 lines between each name. So it's going to take a lot of paper. 3 lines. And the reason is you're going to be writing in those lines comments. Also, you're going to need a highlighter for this. So once you've got your master list down, you're going to write in your active list who you're in conversation with, who you're connecting with. And so if you use the 10 by 10, which is 10 people by 10 o'clock at night every single day, if that's part of your daily mode of operation, now you might reach out to 50 people a day, 5 people a day. Everybody's got a different daily mode of operation for how much time they have available. But I would just say this, make it consistent. I like to use a timer, and I like to set the time, and then I reach out to as many people as I can in that time, keeping the minimum at 10. And so if you just start reaching out to people on your master list, not reaching out with a video, not necessarily reaching out with, hey, join my business, but more like, hey, how's it going? I just saw on Facebook XYZ. I just saw your kid went to school or just started going to school or just graduated from school, or looks like you're rocking your business, or how are things going, or just checking in. I saw that you had a loss. Now, this is just connecting with people. As you connect with people, put them on your active list. So your active list are people that you're in discussion with. At some point, you're going to reach out once you've established relationship and rapport. You're going to reach out and ask them, hey, would you mind watching this video? It's 10 minutes long. I thought of you. I was hoping you could give me your feedback. It might not be for you, but I would really love for you to watch it and just tell me what you like best about it. Don't send them the video with that text, just send them that text. When they respond back, it's going to kind of go a few different ways. You might continue to be in a conversation. They might say yes to the video. They might say no to the video. They may never speak to you again. We've got something for everybody. But if they, if they say sure, and then you send them the video, you're keeping them in that active list because you're actively talking to them. You're actively getting them in front of the opportunity. Now, if they say no, put them in your drip list. And if they say nothing, in fact, they don't respond to you ever, put them in your ghost list. And, there's a sort of ignore you for 30 days thing, but you'll know when you're getting ghosted. So just put them on your ghost list, and we'll talk about the ghost list in a second. So drip list. You're going to want to stay in touch, message them, like and comment on social media. Don't just drop someone because they've said no to you. Sometimes people say no, but it actually means I'm going to watch you for a little bit and just see what's happening. So drip list is like stay in touch. They're in your list, so this makes it really easy for you to look at the list, go to their Facebook page, go to their Instagram, like some pictures, comment, be active in their lives. If you see something special has happened, reach out to them, stay connected with your drip list, and do the same with your ghost list. So ghost list, same thing. You're just liking posts, connecting, encouraging, saying, hey, I love that quote too, that kind of thing. So customer list, ambassador list, pretty obvious. If you are getting yeses and people are signing up, they're going to go on that list. That's just a really great way to keep track of your customers and your ambassadors. Now, your master list, your active list, your drip, your ghost, all of your lists. Every time you move someone from one list to another, you're going to highlight their name. And that way, when you look at your lists and their names are highlighted, you're going to know that they've been moved to another list. Some people like to color code. I just keep it simple, whatever highlighter is nearby. Usually I start with the greatest intentions, green is customer and pink is ambassador. But usually that ends up going the wayside. So just any highlight will do, any color will do, code it if you want to, but this is for the disorganized, so don't worry about being organized with that stuff. Just make sure that you highlight a name if you've moved it. Master, highlight to active, active, highlight to drip, ghost, ambassador, customer. You know, whenever you're moving people from list to list, just make sure to highlight their name. So that's game changer number one. Now, there's actually two game changers in this system, and the second game changer is the timer. So you're going to want to commit to a set amount of time each day and set the timer. So what I mean by that is that I don't want you to skip this step, because this was the step that kind of blew my mind and blew my daily mode of operation out of the water. It really helped me start staying consistent with connecting with people, and also staying consistent with reaching out to people. Because what I realized I did as a work from home network marketer is that I would sit down at my desk in the morning and I would have the fullest intentions list in front of me to reach out to 10 people. And then I would remember, oh yeah, I have to do that video. Oh yeah, I have to put a training thing in our group. Oh yeah, so-and-so wanted me to do a tip of the day. Oh yeah, I want to do a cute little quote that looks cute in my stories on Facebook. And before I knew it, 2 hours had gone and I had literally done nothing active towards building my business. And so a lot of people fall into this trap of being busy but not getting anything done, or being busy but getting the stuff that's not building your business done. So if you can commit to a certain amount of time each day and do those actions with a timer, and when you hit that timer, nothing else gets done. You don't answer the phone, you don't do the training you were thinking about, you don't write that email. And the reason why I bring this up is that I didn't know that I was so easily distracted. In fact, until I tried to use the timer method, I would set the timer for 30 minutes for reaching out and adding people to my active list. And no joke, 1 minute later, I would notice that I was writing an email, or answering a question on a text message, or getting into, a phone conversation with an ambassador. And so if you can set the timer and commit that time to actively building your business, you will see success. And what I love about this combo is that you have a tangible step, which means you open up your binder, you start with your master list, commit a certain amount of time to your master list, commit a certain amount of time to your active list, which is actually really working on relationship with people and asking them if they're open to an opportunity. Would they mind watching a video? Do they want to jump on a webinar? Do they want to join you for coffee? This is committing to asking people if they're open, is the active list. So you're going to want to spend the most time on your master list and your active list. Now, I set the timer separately for each list. And I do this because then in the middle, I get little breaks. I go grab my coffee, a glass of water, answer a few text messages, and then I set the timer again and I do that. Now, everybody's time is going to be different because some people do this full-time and some people do this part-time and some people do a little bit of everything. But the key to this method is that you're doing it daily. So ask yourself right now, how much time do I have to commit to my business? And really get serious about that commitment. Without really realizing, we commit a certain amount of time to getting ready in the morning and brushing our teeth and, meal prep or getting food in, or exercise, or TV, or time spent on Facebook. And so I would encourage you to set that timer, commit to a time, set the timer, and just do that before you do any of the time-sucking activities. Now, once you've committed to a time and you've got your binder set up, then all it takes is just committing a little bit of time to each section of your binder each day. And that does include reaching out to your customers, to your ambassadors, checking in. But your major amount of time, the most important piece is spending time with the master list and the active list. The active list is getting people in front of the opportunity, whether that's video, webinar, coffee date, whatever it is, whatever that looks like for you. So I would just encourage you, commit to a time, commit to your daily mode of operation, include this in your daily mode of operation, use the 10 by 10 training, daily set your timer. Don't skip this step. This is a step that I have heard about and skipped for years, and it has literally been a game changer for my business and growing my business. Use your binder. Use your binder every single day and keep adding to that master list. So hopefully this is helpful. Hopefully you all will create your version of this daily mode of operation. And I hope that you have an amazing day. Bye for now, Jennie.